Hi, this is Adam Kokesh, coming from Santa Fe, New Mexico, campaign headquarters. I'm currently running for the Republican nomination to represent New Mexico's 3rd District in the United States House of Representatives. This is the first in a 3-part series introducing you to some of the newest additions to our campaign team. In Part 2, we'll be talking to our Communications Director, Andrew Sharp. In Part 3, Liberty writer, Michael Moresco. And if you had tuned in earlier, you would have caught the opening monologue, a top 10 list, and some lovable animal tricks. But for now, in Part 1, we're going to be talking to our fundraising coordinator, Mark Johnson. Mark, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Adam.
So, before you came on the campaign, what were you doing?
I was a customer relationship management software administrator to support online learning for the Minsky system in Minnesota.
Okay, you started that sentence with a little bit of enthusiasm, but it didn't even make it halfway through.
Yeah, working in a help desk kind of situation, getting yelled at quite a bit. And
you don't get yelled at here anymore, do you?
No, not anymore.
Never.
No, but then also sitting in a cube all day just really wasn't my thing.
Dealing with angry people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully this is a good change of pace.
Great change of pace.
So what were you doing before that?
I was attending school at Minnesota State University, Mankato. Started out computer engineering, realized I don't like computers that much, and switched to marketing and general management.
And did you play any sports there?
Not in college. I did in high school. I played football and basketball, and then intramural basketball in college.
But you're getting turned on to something else here, aren't you?
I'm going to start playing a real sport that I got turned on to called rugby.
Got him recruited here for the Santa Fe team, Los Santos. Practice Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 to 8, SantaFeRugby.com. Great sport, and it's going to be awesome to have Mark on board there. And you weren't always politically engaged. There was a relatively recent transformation you went through. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it was this latest presidential election, and when I found out about Ron Paul, that really just changed my world.
So what was it exactly? How did you find out about it?
I was watching the debates, and a lot of it had to do with the way he spoke about foreign policy and monetary policy.
And so seeing someone on stage who was there for the right reasons in contrast to almost everybody else there,
Yep.
Something about that struck a nerve, huh?
Yeah, just seeing how principled he really was, really woke me up.
And so what form has your political engagement taken since then?
Well, I've decided to come work for the Adam Kokesh for Congress campaign and get in his...
All right. Before that.
Before that, I would have to say it really started when I started studying Austrian economics and getting more involved in that, really trying to figure out how the economy works and bubbles and, bursts and bubbles. And
then Young Americans for Liberty.
Oh, yeah, Young Americans for Liberty. I helped start a chapter at Minnesota State University, Mankato, and I was the staff advisor there.
Excellent. Yeah. So you have the distinct challenge here of being the fundraising coordinator for the Kokesh for Congress campaign.
That's right.
Tell us about that.
Well, like you said before, I've never really been politically active, and I actually haven't done anything having to do with fundraising before at all, setting up events or anything like that, but I've gotten a lot of great help from our campaign mom, Tina. She's really given me a lot of good advice, and we've set something up called the 1K Challenge, which is basically anybody who wants to support this campaign or even the liberty movement more broadly can go and try and raise $1,000 for this campaign. And upon completing that challenge, they get an exclusive campaign polo.
And a few extra friendly phone calls from Mark.
That's right.
As well. So what else do we have coming up? We have some events.
Yeah, we have tea parties that we're setting up, tea parties with Adam. So if anybody doesn't really know that much about you and wants to get to know you better, they can host a tea party at their house where they can grill you.
As long as they have a harbor big enough to actually throw tea into, right? Okay.
Yep, exactly.
Just checking.
Yep. But
so
yeah,
if you have a house anywhere in the country, where this is national, right? This is part of a national effort as well.
Yep.
I mean, getting to travel that much is going to be a challenge, but definitely within the district. So if you have a house with a harbor big enough to throw tea into, Mark at KokeshForCongress.com.
That's right. And we also, our great grassroots supporters have set up a money bomb for us on September 30th. We are trying to raise $30,000 on September 30th to end the third quarter, and that will push us over the $100,000 mark to end it.
And for those of you that haven't been following the campaign that closely, the reason why that is so important is because of the way it fits into our strategy.
Yep.
And right now, we're running unopposed in the primary. We want to keep it that way. We want to keep the field clear. And by raising $100,000 before the end of the quarter, hopefully we can do that.
Yep.
And you're up to the challenge, right?
I'm definitely up to the challenge.
Well, it's a good thing we got a lot of support for you. We got a lot of support out there online throughout the movement. And thank you for joining us. Again, this is the Kokesh for Congress YouTube channel. This is part 1 in a 3-part series. Please join us again for part 2 with our communications director, Andrew Sharp, and then again for part 3 with Liberty writer Michael Moresco. Thanks again.